We always hear the narrative, war on women, Republican war on women. Trump is chasing women away from the Republican Party. Well, joining me is Loraine Pellegrino. You are the president of the Arizona Federation of Republican Women.
I am.
It's first of all, it's great to have you on the show. For those of you that don't know, this is one of my favorite people in the whole world. You work so hard with the women in Arizona, and to get the recognition you got at the national convention was so deserved. I wanted you to tell us about it.
It was a thrill and well-deserved. We have a fabulous organization, 2,000 plus women in the state working very hard in several categories. So we won awards for national overall public relations, branding and social media. We won Caring for America Awards. We won the State Excellence Award, which covers all our areas that we are concerned with, which is not just politics. It is community outreach and literacy and supporting our troops, and we did receive that highest honor. So, and many of our clubs came home with their own separate awards as well. So we're doing great.
What I love about the organization, and I've been blessed to have you, I've joined you in so many things that you've done, is they work so hard. It's really selfless, the volunteer hours and the things they do.
I'm glad you said that. I had to write it down because the number's so big.
Well, these ladies deserve all this credit. This is all volunteer, and they work so hard.
One of the unique things about our organization is that we do try to keep track of our volunteer hours, and we get acknowledged on the state and national level for those hours individually and as a state. So overall, Arizona came home with 242,238 volunteer hours. And may I say, those are underreported because a lot of our gals just don't keep track.
Right. And a lot of people, they do it for the right reasons, so they're not looking for the recognition.
They just forget, and they're just doing it. And 5.5 million was our national figure for volunteer hours. So our candidates and elected officials really appreciate the work we do.
Well, it's Arizona Federation of Republican Women, so there's a party aspect to this.
Most definitely.
But it's an issue-based organization where you're concerned about the things everybody's concerned about.
Right. We often hear women's issues, but really it's American issues, right? And yeah, I think that the women are concerned with how their families are doing, of course, and they pay attention to those particular aspects, but we just feel that the country's in good shape right now, and we're very enthusiastic about what's happening.
The narrative in traditional media is that the president is chasing women away, and he's alienating women from the vote, alienating women from the process. What are you seeing in Arizona?
You know, Mike, I can't speak for everyone, but I can tell you from my perspective, being as involved as I am, our numbers are swelling. The women are coming out of the woodwork who've never been involved before. They want to join our local clubs. They want to be involved. They want to support this president. It's been wonderful. It's that way in the Women's Federation and our district meetings everywhere across the board.
I look at that too because a lot of people want to be involved, but they don't know where to start, and they think they have to know certain things in order. You embrace everyone. I mean, when people show up,
absolutely,
you'll find something for them to do.
Absolutely.
And make sure they feel welcome.
Most definitely. All our clubs are like that. There's so much for them to do. They can work in the political areas, or they can work with literacy in our schools. They can work with the community outreach. They can work with supporting our military families and our veterans. And so we have a lot of unique areas in our organizations. Makes it a little different than just politics, but they show up, mostly they're showing up to support the president right now.
Yeah, I think that's a valuable thing for people to know, that the narrative isn't always true. There may be places it is, but in Arizona it isn't.
Correct.
So when you look at what these ladies are doing, how many clubs are there in Arizona?
In Arizona right now we have 26 clubs across the state with over 2,000 members, and we're growing.
Wow, so over 2,000 members, and their work they're doing, the hours they're volunteering, and there's always activities and things they're doing, and it's always proactive.
Proactive.
Which I love about it.
Right.
It's not a protest movement.
No.
It is pro-family, pro-America.
Correct, and you know, we're the first people that the candidates and the state party and our local county and districts call if there's something that they need done too. Getting out the vote, voter registration, volunteering at events, anything that we could do to help, getting a word out. They come right to the Arizona Federation of Republican Women.
Which is a great resource for
proud of
candidates
that.
because they need the volunteers for things, if it's petitions and things of that nature.
Exactly.
And your clubs are always so willing
We're
to.
right there. We will do anything. They don't really have that much anymore, but the stuffing of the envelopes and all that, I mean, but anything that needs to be done, we support our candidates. And we also encourage our members to run for office as well, so we're very involved that
So
way.
anybody who's looking to volunteer, but if there's somebody that wants to learn more about the process, you're a great resource because they can kind of get on the job
We
training.
say educate, engage, educate, and empower. So all our meetings have programs where we provide a speaker, and so that they can come to the meeting and learn something every single month. So, and that's our primary objective, is to get them engaged in the political process.
So you are going to be done as president in December. Bittersweet for you?
It is, but it's been 2 terms. I've been very honored to serve for 4 years, so it's been a long time, and I need to pass the baton, and the gal coming forward is well qualified. I'm very excited. She hasn't been elected yet, but we're pretty confident.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm hoping that people will look
Very
you up.
young gal, too.
Well, that's- and bringing in the youth movement.
We have a great spectrum across the board that's involved, and I'm very excited. We're getting younger, so
That's terrific. Everybody
some of
talks
us are
about-
getting older. So
You're not.
Not
You're
at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So I want to thank you because you've been such a good friend and a great example. I've said this at your meetings and I get to speak. You have been great in leadership. So I hope anybody out there that wants to get involved, any of the ladies, will look up what the Arizona Federation of Republican Women do because it's such a great resource. And anywhere you're watching the show in the state, they can join a club near them.
They certainly can, and if there isn't a club, we're about to put one there, or they can maybe raise their hand and start one up. We'll certainly help them. Very, very easy to do. They only need 10 members. So we are called and for short, AZFRW. So if they go to www.azfrw.com, that's our website, and we'd love to hear from them. Please
appreciate you coming.
join us.
I do. Thanks for coming
I
down.
appreciate the opportunity, Mike. Thanks.
We'll be back.